Hey, man.
Hey,
Good to have you here.
mi hermano. Yeah. Pleasure being here.
Yeah, I mean, this is Voices Unleashed. It's been a while, and today we have one of my best friends here, Edward, and we have been hanging for quite some time. I
Yeah.
mean, we have had real. I mean, we are not been doing some parties and stuff, but we have had a really good moment whenever we have met, and it's always a pleasure to actually meet you in every moment that I mean every place that we have met and have hung together. So this will be amazing one. Good to-
Likewise, brother. Yeah.
yeah. So how are you doing, man?
Great. How could I not be doing great? We've had a nice gym session, some spa, sauna, ice bath.
Yeah. Relaxed.
Voila. Yeah, feeling very relaxed. I should do the ice bath thing more often.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it was very cool that we could train and do the Spartan because normally when I'm doing this stuff, like I have some lunch and then, we just catch up the vibe and then we go and do the recording. And this time I think it was really nice to do some real exercise.
Yeah. It was super nice to have this whole, and when you showed me your exercise things, like I was super inspired, like doing some balance work as well, and with the resistance bands and not only traditional gym training. So, but I still have a lot left to reach your level.
I mean, we all got the potential, so it's just about time and having the resources, which is time is the most important thing, and also the dedication, right? It's, as I told you before, it's how many times you repeat it. It's not like I do one exercise in a week and I don't repeat it anymore and go 7 days. I'm like, I'm gonna do it again. It's how many times do you repeat the same exercise and you see the result at the end.
Yeah.
Wow, but cool. So
I also really liked just have to say, I also really liked your, like, before you do a repetition, like, and then you like do it, like really focusing on the repetition mentally and then like giving everything in each rep. So that
exactly.
was super nice.
Yeah, and that's all. It's all about mindset, right? It's all about what you can envision. It's what you visualize yourself doing. So I have that moment, that second to really like, okay, now I'm going to do this. So bam, let's do it.
Yeah, it goes really quick when you do it. That's why it's like.
Cool. Okay, Edvard. So for people who doesn't know you, can you describe yourself in 3 words? Or who are you?
3 words?
Yeah. Okay, let's take it back. Who are you?
Yeah, let's start there. Yeah. So I am a teacher, upper secondary teacher in English and social studies. I have to say, I think I'm a football guy.
Yeah.
We met through football.
Yeah.
Then I had a long break for like 3-4 years. Then I started listening to this Swedish football pod, Erik Niva, and I just fell in love with football again, but from another perspective of just having fun, not trying to. Because I went to gymnasium like in Åtvidaberg to like try and become a pro, so to speak. But then, I mean, that was not. That was off the table.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, so I've been playing football now as well, but from another perspective of just having fun. So yeah, I'm a football guy, I'm a teacher. I've spent some time abroad in Kenya, 6 months, an exchange semester, which has definitely enriched my life and broadened my perspective in different ways. I should also mention, I think I'm a language nerd, so that's a tough one actually, because I got so much for free from my parents. Thank you for that. I mean, I appreciate that a lot. But I got Catalan, Spanish, English, and Swedish, sort of for free, like from my parents. Then I've learned French, I suppose, but French is very similar to Catalan. So like it's also, but I'm super grateful for that. But I still do love languages. I listen to football podcasts in Spanish to kind of, repetition, as you said before. The repetition is the mother of all learning, and not least in languages. But so a language guy, a football guy, a teacher, and then one of the things in Kenya that I was talking about. Of course, lots of perspectives from there, but the music, like DJing, I've always loved music, but after that I realized, okay, I should get into music, and I've been DJing a bit, purely passion based, but still I'm loving it. And I listen so much to music. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, you are a really music guy, because I mean, you like, you play instrument as well. Do you have any?
Yeah, my father taught me how to play the piano, so but that's on a purely like basic amateur level. But still, like, yeah, I can play the piano to some extent. So I'm super grateful for that as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, it's interesting. Like you said, when you're talking about the language, you said you get from your parents, a lot from your parents, because your mom is Spanish and your dad is Swedish.
Exactly.
So how was it growing up in that environment? I mean, different cultures.
Yeah, I suppose lots of things I kind of don't remember, but we spoke Swedish with my father, and then we spoke, I don't know if we spoke Catalan or Spanish. I think we only spoke Catalan with my mom.
Most
actually.
probably.
Yeah, and then we learned Spanish when we lived there, because when I lived there from the age of 7 to 11. So
Okay.
yeah.
In Spain, where in Spain?
1 hour south of Barcelona, a small village called Riu de Cols, close to Tarragona.
Yep, yeah, I can imagine. It's all Catalan, like.
Yeah.
Wow, cool. Okay, so but I mean, how do you have siblings? Like, how many are?
We're 4 brothers, so and 2 years in between, like consecutively. So
Wow.
yeah, like I'm 28, soon 29, and then it like goes on like that, 2 years.
Wow, cool.
Downwards. Yeah.
Do they also live in Spain as well?
Yeah, but they were younger, so like I suppose I am quite, I wouldn't say Spanish, but like you've met me, like I'm
sure.
maybe not the traditional Swedish guy.
Yeah.
In many ways,
I mean, interesting thing that you said we met through football was, I remember the first time that we met was in Vanharad here in Sweden, and the training, it was a pre-season or something. So I was trying with Vanharad, and we met there, we spoke, we had a really good connection, and then when I get a ride, by another guy, and you were in the car as well.
Saglan, maybe?
I think it was Patrick or someone like that. Yeah, yeah.
Legend.
So I mean, we come down here. I was living actually right on the corner here.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So we stopped by somewhere there, and like when we said bye bye to each other, like you give me a kiss on my cheek, and this, like, un besito, kind of. And I was like, oh, okay. That's not that Swedish.
Sounds like me. Maybe I had like just gotten back from Spain, because that's what happens to me always when I get back from Spain. I don't go on the streets and kiss random people. But we had been speaking in Catalan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was Catalan, maybe Spanish.
Catalan.
I think it was Catalan.
You were more into Catalan, and I was into the Spanish.
Yeah. You were struggling a bit.
Yeah.
But your Spanish is phenomenal. Your Catalan is also quite good. Have you been using it?
No, not really.
Nothing.
Nothing. Zero.
I remember you were quite good at Catalan back then. But anyway, so like I take every chance I get in Sweden to like give the kisses on the cheek, because
and from there I mean and there I realized, okay, this guy, I mean, he of course he was born in Sweden, but he still somehow he has the Spanish or the Catalan culture in you. So I mean, just by kissing me on that thing, and especially we being guys, here it's not so common. And so I was like, wow, that guy is a really Spanish guy. So from there, I mean, every time we meet each other, it's just like in a hug. And I mean, just we greet us, we are in Spain, kind of. And I love it. I mean, it's a very lovely relationship, lovely, good friendship in that way. Like, because you don't really, not even everyone, you can't hug even everyone, right? And when you get a hug for someone, it's very special, especially me, that I'm very physical. So it's like giving a hug is important for me,
Yeah.
you know, to give a hug to people. Like when I'm talking to people sometimes, even older than me, I could really like kind of grab them, kind of corner them in some way. So it's so interesting.
But I think that's lovely. I mean, Sweden really needs that. But it's tricky business how to conduct oneself in
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
like social environments. And, I just have to say, oh, sorry, go on.
No, sure.
No,
So,
I just started thinking about your wedding, like yours and Julia's, and I was, I mean, I'm taking the opportunity
Yeah,
to
sure.
thank you for that invitation, because I remember that we had not known each other for a long time.
yeah.
Maybe it was like, I don't know if it was 6 months.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, it was not a long time.
No.
So that invitation, I remember, meant so much to me. Like, and I remember like crying when you walked down the aisle, and when you were like giving your vows and stuff, and like the singing as well. It was a beautiful wedding, and yeah, you really have a beautiful family.
Thank you, man. No, I appreciate it. I mean, as you said, it's. I think from the beginning we really connected really good, so it felt very natural to invite you there, and also like she being Swedish and me coming from Spain, like I don't have, of course, I have so many acquaintances and stuff, people that I know, but I mean, I didn't have that reconnection with people, you know, here in Sweden. I still have really good friends that they were in the wedding as well, that we have known each other a little bit longer than when we met, and I could invite those people, and also the connection that we had, both as you being Spanish, it's more like like familiar, right?
Yeah.
Because my family are living there, and also the friendship that we could develop in that short time. I thought like, oh, why not invite Edward there? And I mean, you had a really good experience, I think.
Yeah, I did. I had a great time. It was lovely. You were saying, do you remember? Because I interrupted you. Do you remember what you were about to say?
What was it about? Okay, let's see.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, but it comes later. No, but I mean, interested. So you were mentioning about your passion, you know. So if you have to choose between teaching, because I know that you really love that. I mean, if you have to choose between teaching and DJing, what would be?
Yeah. Okay, so it's a good question. I have been thinking about it actually for like, I don't remember exactly when the turning point was. Let me think. I think there's a specific sort of date. I can't remember it right now. Maybe it will pop up.
Yeah, sure.
But so my philosophy has been, I suppose, since 2022, when I realized that I really wanted to do it. I think it was actually when I was having an arts vernissage in Linköping. Yeah, that might have been one. And I was super like stressed because I had to do a couple of paintings, and it
Wow.
yeah, like, but I was stressed, and I've always been painting, or since I think 2020 I've been painting for the relaxation, you know, but having to paint for that vernissage was like super stressful, and that made me, I think that was when the reflection started about, should I really work with my passion? Because you have so many stories which are wonderful when people like set everything aside, leave everything, maybe quit their job and invest every single penny in their passion, and I respect that a lot. But since I also really love teaching, I sort of like having that as a base. So if I have to choose between like teaching and DJing, I can't make that decision, because it's like I'm not willing to leave everything with teaching to maybe become a DJ. But if someone would be like, here, press this button and you'll be able to just DJ and you'll have a great life, I think I would press.
You will press it. Wow. I mean, great. I mean, now I remember what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It was, we come back to this again. It was about the cultural differences, like, you know, like the social code when you were greeting here. I remember we were talking about, like, it's very beautiful to like hug people and kiss them, like kind of be be social with here. Like Sweden need that kind of, maybe people need more each other. Like greeting can be something that can make a difference in someone's life. And I remember, like, it's very difficult and tricky here because I've just arrived from Spain here, and I was going to a church, and I was very like participant in that place, and very beautiful people. I have created like good network, good friendship and stuff. So it's like they become very like kind of sister and brothers, feeling like, wow, this my sister kind of, because like the people that you have come close to. So I remember like I used to just say like bye bye, like hey bye bye, I love you, kind of, and I was like, and I could say it to either a girl or a guy, just because I still had the culture inside me. I can change who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, in that sense. I mean, now I know how to socially, deal with people and stuff. But I mean, in that time, I was just going by who I am. I'm coming from different culture and everything. And I remember like one of the leaders or something called me. It's like, hey, Eric, it's so nice that you say I love you to someone, but in Sweden you don't say that because people can take it very serious and stuff, and that was kind of heartbreaking for me in one way, but I understood that too. But I was like, but that's my kind of, I have no any like sexual or intimate thoughts behind I love you or a hug, but I could understood what he meant, like, you shouldn't say that to people because here people take the word literally. Like,
there's not like the possibilities are so much smaller. For instance, cariño, like in Spain, like raring or dear, my dear. Like you can't, like there are people in Sweden who can pull that off. I love those people who are like, hey raring, like strangers who've said that to me, but I mean I can count them on one hand, like but sometimes people have pulled that off, like I'm an absolute raring.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, I like that.
And that was the same feeling when we said bye bye and we kissed me. That was kind of, whoa, that guy. So it was like one in a million, in Sweden, kind of like that would do that. So there I really understood that you have that culture. And that's beautiful, but it's interesting, as you said, it's very tricky. So coming back to like you choosing the teaching, and
sorry, my mom said when she moved here, she was like, why are people whispering? Did you have a similar like sensation?
Like always doing what?
Whispering, like speaking super on a very low. My mom was like, why is everyone whispering? Because in Spain obviously everyone speaks so loud and in Africa not least, like there's a goat on the road and someone is like someone is dancing.
I had a similar experience. I had a similar experience when I moved here. My first year I didn't go back to Spain, so I was living full year. I think for a year or 9 months, I was living here. And then when I went back, I was like in a restaurant with my family members and stuff.
Where are we in the world now?
When I went back to Spain.
Okay,
Yeah, so when I went back, first I moved from Spain to here, and I lived a whole year without going back. So when I went back, and we were in the restaurant with family eating, and then suddenly I get some kind of a stressed out, some kind of panic, like I'm like, oh, it's too much. Like I wanted to go from that place as soon as possible. And it was because in the restaurant, everyone was like kind of talking and this. And that 1 year living in Sweden, I have adjusted myself to that calm. So that was so strange. I was like, why am I feeling that way? Kind of, I don't want to be here. And it was because living here, adapt to the culture, like in a restaurant, it's more calm, more this. So I could relate to your mom's feeling, like, think, why everyone whispering? Because in Spain, it's like more like noisy and stuff.
Yeah. I thought it was a fun way to just encapsulate it or like summarize it, but it's I think there are super good things over there and super good things here, and the combination, like having the sort of calmness perhaps, but also the social security that Sweden has to a very large extent, like I don't know, work and other like social benefits, or parent leave, like if you need to be home with the kids, like you can, I think there are many very beneficial things in Sweden. And in Spain, obviously, you have like the warmth, the weather, the food, other stuff that possibly is harder to get here. But you were saying about passion, or you wanted to come back to passion?
I was. We can touch on this angle instead. I was thinking. I really consider you a very deep guy, though. Like you really like kind of pondering on stuff.
Yeah. I think a lot.
Do you consider yourself a overthinker?
Yes,
Really?
100%, yeah.
Have you always been that way? How was it when you were a child? Like, were you considering stuff?
It's difficult, like, because you don't have so clear memories from those years. But like, if I look at pictures, for instance, there are many pictures where I like laugh a lot and I'm like super beautiful smile and like, but there are many pictures as well when I'll sit like and be like super like almost sad, but like thinking and like looking out in the blue. So yeah, I've always been an overthinker, I would say, but I also would say that it has increased since I started university and started like reading up on things that happen in society. I studied philosophy for a while, for 1 year. But I've always been an overthinker, definitely. That's an easy question.
But is that good? Do you feel like it's okay? Are you okay with it being that?
Yeah.
How does that help you? I mean, in your life?
I would say that the pros outweigh the cons to a large extent, because like I think about stuff, I reflect, I always try to, maybe overthinker is like a term which is rather negative in people's minds. I would perhaps phrase it as like a very reflecting person. But for like a very good example is I can't do anything with moderation. I'm screwed up that way. But it's like, so I started journaling, right?
Oh, cool.
And that's a very good thing.
Yeah.
But there's this quote, nothing to excess, everything in moderation. So this year, for instance, my journal is 67 pages.
Oh, cool.
Right now.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but it's like I can't do anything like to a moderate level. So I'm still struggling to find that balance. But if the alternative is to not reflect at all, I would definitely prefer this.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as you said, overthinker can be a word that sounds negative for people. But I also, consider myself thinker. In like reflective, like I like to ponder on stuff, especially when I'm reading. I remember some time ago, like maybe 4 years ago, me and my wife had one book each and we were reading. And after I think maybe 15 minutes, I was like, honey, how many pages have you read? Or like, she was like, 3 chapters. And she was like, you? I was like, well, 1 page. 1 page? I was like, really? I was like, because I try to get to understand the mind behind it. Right? I'm not just reading through the papers. I'm trying to understand the artist. What does he really mean with that phrase, that sentence? I'm trying to capture something. And at the same time that I'm reading, it seems like I'm writing as well. I'm writing my insights from that thing. So it's like
on another piece of paper.
So it's like it takes so much time for me. But I don't consider myself overthinker because in different things, like in different settings and like creative work, when I'm doing some creative stuff, I like to work on the thing. Of course, I spend time on them, but then I'm like, let's go. Just put it out there. Just do this, and then you learn later. If there is something that you have to work on it. But I know there are people that they are seeking for perfection before they put it outside there. Do you feel like you are overthinker in all areas of your life, or Do you feel like some things that you don't really care and you don't?
Yeah, there are things which I can do like very spontaneously. Like I get an idea or a project or something, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll just do it. I have this, I suppose, base principle or rule, which is like that you always have a no. So might as well just ask and see if I can get a yes.
Yeah, sure.
The worst thing that can happen is that I get a no from someone, and that's the same situation which I came from. So I haven't lost anything. But another thing also which I think helps me is how should I put it? So not try and perhaps like always. Oh, let me think about that one. Yeah, I'll
sure.
come back to that one. Yeah.
No, I mean, take your time if it's something. But yeah, it's interesting. And you said you studied philosophy. I mean, what is philosophy actually?
Oh yeah, what is
you know, me and
philosophy?
you, like talking on phone, we can talk a lot deep on
Yeah.
that.
We can both, like half Spanish
Yeah.
in a way, both. Yeah, we can talk a lot. This podcast could have taken 4 hours.
Sure,
if
for
it
sure.
wasn't my mom's birthday and if you hadn't.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday, mom.
Yeah.
See you very soon. Love
Okay,
you.
now that you are saying this, if there is something that you would like to say to your mom that you have never said it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's her birthday, so it's like trying to.
That I've never said. I've said so much to her.
I mean, something that it's easy to underestimate stuff like I love you, to kill all this stuff. But
maybe actually that she has such a beautiful laugh. She's not like a very laughing person. Like you laugh quite a lot. I don't laugh quite a lot, like that much. She doesn't. But there are some situations where she just laughs so much. One of them would be Seinfeld, like a humor series, which is like, yeah, people like either Seinfeld or Friends, I suppose, but Seinfeld is really her thing. And the way she cracks up when she watches Seinfeld is just hilarious. And it happens sometimes as well, but yeah, she could easily laugh even more because she has a beautiful laugh.
yeah, sure.
Also, she's actually getting a birthday gift, which is a book. It's over there. You see the pink thing there?
Yeah.
That's the book for her. And it's like, Mom, I want to hear your story. So it's like a journal book with different questions. And one of them is like, how were you... I think it was, I've just read a bit. How were you interpreted as a child? Or how was your time in school? Or how was it growing up with your mom and dad? Like things which you maybe don't talk about, even if we've known each other for more than 2 decades, me and my mom. It's almost 3 decades.
Yeah, sure.
Some things we haven't touched upon. And I think and hope that book, when I get it back, that I'll...
Oh, so you will get it back?
I hope so.
I mean,
I
that's
hope
cool.
that she fills in the answer to the questions, like, and tells her story, and then I'll get it back, and then we can speak about it. And me and my mom, we've always like shared books, and she does the thing you're doing, like she takes notes when she reads, but she's a very fast reader, I think, because she reads books like this. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful to, talk about her love, especially like, I say she doesn't love so much, that there's those moments that like, that smile.
Yeah.
That thing.
So that's the thing I want to say, like laugh even more. And love, they sound quite similar, but her love is also like super unconditional. Like it's, she has always had work, but she's always been there for us. And if you text her, she'll remember your text, she'll reply, she's so invested in us and cares so much. So happy birthday, Mom. Love you. See you in like 2 hours.
Yes, there is a lot that, like, when you were talking about like the book, especially the gift, I was like, there is a lot that come into my mind. Like, I would like to ask you.
Go for it.
But I know that we have to cover different things. Like,
okay. You're
so
the
otherwise,
boss.
like, like, for example, you were talking about how was she interpreted, when she was a child. What about you? How were you interpreted?
Ooh.
calm, easy? I mean,
I had, that's a good question. I had different phases. I remember when we moved to Spain and I was 7. Before 7 years of age, I don't remember. Apparently, I had an imaginary dog which didn't exist.
Oh.
But I like gave him food and like how are you? Like spoke with him. So that's insane. But yeah, then I turned 7 and we moved to Spain, and there I remember, I mean, football obviously, and it was
Yeah.
like Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
And that's also a thing which all of my family members, like, who live in Sweden, they cheer for Real Madrid. And my
Okay.
mom is born in Barcelona,
Yeah.
but she cheers for Real Madrid. So
Okay.
I'm the only one cheering for Barcelona, and I
Okay.
do that because when I moved to Spain when I was 7, I got to know this guy Roger, and his favorite team was Barcelona, and then Ronaldinho started doing
This stuff, yeah.
these things, and I fell in love. But I think I was interpreted as a rather calm guy, yeah. Then I don't know, like those years from 7 to 11 years of age, like there are no problems, right? We went quite a lot to school, so in Spain it was different. I don't know exactly how it is now, but back then we would go to school from 9
Yeah.
to 1, I think it was. Then there would be a break of 2-3 hours,
Yeah.
and then we would go to school again for a couple of hours.
Yeah, the same here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then we ended at like 5 or 6, and then we had homework.
Yeah.
Seriously, I had more to do in Spain in school when I was like 8 years than I had in the rest of my school in Sweden. So the level, the bar was quite high, like how much you had to put in school in Spain compared to Sweden.
Were you a happy child?
I was a very happy child, I would say. Always like been thinking and all of that, a bit overthinker perhaps, but yeah, very happy, always with a joke. I think that's how people would describe me. And then that phase was kind of extended and even like enhanced when I moved back to Sweden. And then I went to this fotbollsgymnasium in Åtvidaberg, football college, you could say, 2 years. And there it was maybe the first dip like I had when I was 15.
Okay.
I moved out. I mean, 15, one is quite young. And then I moved out and lived alone. So that was a bit challenging. But then I kind of found my way back to these kind of, always joking. I wouldn't say the class clown, but something like that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say class clown. Yeah.
No, but I mean, were you ever bullied at school or something?
No, I wasn't. I've thought a lot about that topic because I've had reasons to do so. Other people I've met and spoken with, and also because as a teacher, it's important to understand certain aspects and how you would treat such a conversation with the student and so on. But no, I can't remember. I can't remember a single thing which like stuck with me. Of course, things have happened and people have said mean stuff. That happens to everyone. But no, like nothing that sticked with me.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks about how I
sure.
wasn't bullied in that sense, because it would be disrespectful towards the people who have actually been bullied to say that I've been bullied. But I think it comes down to, because I'm very sensitive. I'm a super sensitive guy.
Sure.
People who don't know me that well maybe don't think that about me, but I am a super sensitive guy. But I've always had, my family. They've been there, like how was school? And I think those small questions, they're not small, they're super important, and they are the basis for perhaps even developing self-confidence. I think there are people who are naturally self-confident, but I think it's much more due to the circumstances and how one grew up and how one has developed. So yeah, if I was bullied, I suppose I came home to my mom, who was like, "Don't think about that," or to a football game or something, and then it's
over.
then it's gone. It's okay. Yeah.
But you, as a teacher, have you ever had that kind of someone coming to you, or have you seen that thing happen to other people? And how do you deal with it?
It's a common thing.
Wow, crazy though. I mean, it's common. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any memory of even if I was bullied or something. I have no any memory on that. I know I was very kind of calm, but inside my mind is like very tough guy. But outside I was very kind of calm till someone provoked me, and I don't think people. I think when I was child, I mean, some people could take advantage on your calmness, right? They see you quite, as you said, sensitive. They see you, oh, okay, yeah, he's very quiet and stuff, and they will try to maybe do something. And when they see like, oh, there is a lion inside this kid, and then they back up, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
realize that okay, you can't joke with this because I never, I mean, sought a problem like looking for a problem, or I never seek it. But whenever that someone really like come close in trying to do something, I could really show that hey, I can defend myself, and this, and people will go. But I mean, it's how was it? I mean, you growing up as a teenager, and today people, growing up. Do you see any? I mean, differences? Like, it's a huge difference. You growing up as a teenager and today's teenager.
Oh yeah. Now I understand what you mean. I yeah. I mean, with the presence of phones, that's one of the main things I've learned. So I've worked 1 year after getting my degree. I have worked before as well. I worked 3 years before even starting
Sure,
studying.
sure.
So yeah, but the phone makes a big difference. Like I asked my students the average screen time which they have, and Mondays to Fridays it could be like between 6 and 10 hours, and weekends it could be like some of the students had like 14 hours and stuff like that. And it's just so much. Like if I've had a couple of hours of screen time, let's say 5 or 6, I already start to think like, oof, this is maybe a bit too much. I should maybe think about my usage and have a healthier approach to social media and my phone. But then it's like, so in relation to bullying, for instance, it's also I can understand that if you don't have a phone in today's school environment, you could easily be bullied for that.
Okay.
Like if yeah, I mean, you're like, oh, that's super strange. Why don't you have a phone? I mean, everyone uses Snapchat and TikTok. I think is the biggest thing. And if you're not following the trends, I suppose there's some sort of risk that you get bullied, because not everyone can be the cool kid who's like, who doesn't have the phone and becomes cool. Like, yeah. So.
Oh, crazy. I mean, it's interesting that you say like even someone can use that phone thing to bully other one because just you don't have a phone. I mean, which means basically they can use whatsoever, like, clothing, they can use like, okay, why don't you have this kind of, good, what do you call, brand or something. It's interesting. But I mean, Kenya, you have been making so many travels. I know you love to travel and stuff.
Yeah.
But when was it that you moved? You was in Kenya. How long were you there?
So I was there for 6 months first, an exchange semester, and then I went back in the beginning of last year to write my, to do my final teacher practice. So that was 1.5 months, I think. So it amounts to 7 to 8 months where I've been to Kenya.
Anything that surprised you, like culture-wise?
Oh yeah. People had been speaking about how like dangerous it would be, and after 6 p.m. you really can't go outside. But the thing is, went to many parties and the DJ scene, and so I love electronic music and so many good parties in Kenya, and that was super unexpected. Then when it comes to, I suppose, cultural differences, so I'm super grateful that I got to meet so the friends that I made and that I still have, they all come from quite a stable background socioeconomically, like they have good circumstances. But in these parties that I
sure.
was speaking about. It was quite a small group of people, even if it varies a bit as well. But like it was common to meet the same people, and in Nairobi, because it was primarily in Nairobi where I was. Then you have 5 million inhabitants. It's like double from Barcelona, so like
crazy.
super many people live there. But it was still like the same people in these parties. However, I also played football in Kibera, which is one of the biggest slums in Africa, and made some friends there. I also have my Boda Boda driver. It's like a motorcycle taxi. Dominic, kudos to you. He lives in Ngong, which is 15 minutes. Well, it can take an hour with traffic sometimes, but it's like 10 kilometers or 15 kilometers from the inner city Nairobi. So I think the answer would be also that in Nairobi, as opposed to, for instance, here, even if there are people, beggars on the street, and class differences in Sweden, it's much more hidden.
Yeah, sure.
In Nairobi, poorness, like it's everywhere. You can walk out from a 5-star restaurant, it's there. You can walk out from a club, it's there. You can go to the slums, it's there. Like it's everywhere. It's super.
Yeah, crazy. It's more visible there than here.
Much more visible. Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Was that an answer to your question?
Yeah, but I mean, it's great. I mean, it's really good. I mean, I like that. Any food preference? Anything that you
in
like?
Nairobi?
Yeah.
I have to be honest with you, I was not a fan of ugali. I never I don't know, like if you think about it, how tasty is rice even, or pasta? It's like, it's just that we've always eaten, or I've always eaten rice and pasta, so it's like, okay, I love pasta, but rice, it doesn't have a taste, right?
No,
it's like, it doesn't you need to have some sauce or something with it. And ugali, I think it's a bit the same. If I would have eaten ugali my whole life, I think I would like it.
Yeah.
But I haven't. And
it has no any taste. You have to.
No, and the consistency is a bit how you say, like grainy.
Yeah.
It's not like gröt in Sweden, or like it's grainy, like smooth. Yeah.
You know, it's so awesome to talk to you. Now we're going to end on this because of the time that we do. But one thing that I've always wondered, like, since you said you're a sensitive person and you are very thinker and stuff, what is love to you?
Ooh, how much time do we have, you're saying?
1 minute.
1 minute. Oh.
I mean, what is love to you?
Thank you for that big question in 1 minute.
No, I'm just kidding.
Different, I mean, you have love in different areas of life. So I think we as people experience love in lots of different areas. Of course, in relation to partners and maybe casual dalliances, as it's so beautifully expressed in British. But yeah, many interactions with wonderful people. I think that's one aspect of love, a big one, an important one. For instance, Julia, the beautiful family you have, like that's one aspect of love. Sure. But I also think that people can do stuff parting from love or not. I tend to use the same example every time, and it's like, if I see someone who's like a cashier in ICA and they smile at me, and I mean, to me, that's love as well, because I wouldn't be able to. I would have difficulties like sitting behind the cashier 4 hours and keeping up the smile. And like, I have two specific people I think about in Linköping, where I studied and where I live, and they're wonderful. I mean, and that's love. So doing things in a loving way, and like caring for what you do, I think that's that's an important part of love as well.
Sure. I mean, beautiful. What is success? What is success means to you?
Success.
Your perspective on success.
Can we come back to that?
Sure. Okay. I had this on that questions, but unfortunately I forgot it. The paper.
No, yeah.
So we will do a random one.
I mean, love that.
But we can do more like this: heartbreak or not playing the music for 1 year or listen to music for 1 year?
Yeah, heartbroken.
Really?
100%. Yeah, I listen so much to music.
Yeah.
Heartbroken for a year. Oh, that's long. I think heartbroken. Yeah.
Really? I would prefer not to listen to music for 1 year. I mean, it's
Yeah?
I mean, it's
Of
too
course,
hard,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
It's too hard to deal with emotions, and that would be tough.
Yeah.
That would be tough. I mean, like especially with someone that you love, right? With someone that you spend time with, and it's very tough. I mean, but then of course it goes over, and I can imagine music is something that maybe you could use it in the process of
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
like in the process of you maybe more in that I mean going through that heartbreak thing and stuff, but
Music can also be even better if you're heartbroken. Lots of the best songs have been created when people have been heartbroken. So I suppose being heartbroken is also a channel or frequency where, if possible, creativity can flow and emerge.
Crazy.
But yeah, it's tricky business, and being heartbroken is hard, and it's important to have respect for whoever goes through that.
I actually I intend to create out of
I'm sorry, I think everyone mourns in their way. That's what I tried to say. So someone will use music, someone will do something else, and every single way of doing it is okay. It's like it's such a difficult thing to go through. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some people, as you said, it's different ways, and for me personally, it's like I can create stuff out of pain.
Yeah.
You know, when there is all kind of a feeling of a pain of something that I remember, this, and then I'm like, I don't want that. So I go and do something, create something out of that feeling, that emotion that I have. But often I also create out of a joy, you know, in the place of a joy, where I get a thought of something that I've done that is very joyful and this. So it's like, oh no, let's go and create something, let's do something and stuff. But it's very, very interesting. I really like this sets, and I think we should really like sit down and do part 2. Because of the time limits, we should do.
Yeah, I love this.
Is anything
time
that you would
time
like
went
to say?
by so fast.
Yeah.
Has it been 1 hour or how?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's been a 1 hour.
Let me just address the thing with success quickly then. I think obviously success could be seen as money or influence or all of these different ways of explaining success. To me personally, I think that someone who has identified what they are either good at or enjoy a lot, because if you have lots of fun doing something, you will get good at it eventually. But then I also believe that some people have a natural talent, or they have the body for something, or whatever it could be. They have good circumstances to really prevail and become great at something. If a person has identified that, I think that person has succeeded.
Exactly,
if the person has a lot of fun, or but also helping others. To me personally, if there's not an aspect of helping others, personally, I would struggle finding meaning. I think so yeah, success is not only lots of money, but to me it would be identifying what you're good at or what you like, and if possible helping others in some way. And then also like it can be a great thing changing a career, shifting. I said before, in relation to passion, if I would love or like working as a DJ instead of a teacher, it's like maybe, but success can also be, I would say, to not assess or evaluate things that happen too quickly, because sometimes I've been through that as well. It's like, oh, this is super bad. This is the worst thing that could have happened to me. It's like it could be the best thing. So success can also emerge from the most strange places and unexpected places.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, beautiful. I really love that. I have a similar perspective on success. You know, basically it's like discovering or finding the thing that you believe that you were born to do, you know, that makes you joyful and everything, and just fulfill that. You know, just fulfill that because it's personal, right?
Nah,
It's you.
I took up 2 minutes. Yeah, 10 seconds. You said the same thing.
It's personal, so discover
Blah,
that
blah, blah,
and
blah, blah.
fulfill it. And it's done. Beautiful, man. Wow, thank you so much for
I
being on
suppose,
Voices on
yeah,
Is there
thank
anything,
you.
any word that you want to say to the people outside there?
No, not
yeah,
everything
about-
as a,
yeah.
I mean, just kudos like to you for doing this and
Thank you,
for
man.
being the way you are, always so positive and inspiring. And it's been a pleasure being here. And I suppose it's the only right thing to do to end with a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah. Okay. Mwah, mwah. Man, love you, man.
Love
Okay.
you too.
Yeah, see you later. This is Voices Unleashed, and I am out. We are out.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.